Hi, welcome into Maverick and Dempsey's rundown. All right, so we're gonna go. We got a lot to talk about, so we're gonna go through the rundown. All right, a lot to run down at least. All right, so last night was a huge fight night. Okay, UFC and boxing. We had the big match with Canelo and Caleb Plant. All right, that was the big one people have been waiting on for a while. My prediction came true. I should have put it on video, but my prediction did come true. All right, I have it in text form, and that was that Caleb would make it competitive, and he would keep it boring with his pity patter punches and staying away and working from a distance, staying on the outside, and that's pretty much what he did. But eventually, Canelo would cut off the ring, would work him over, hit that body attack, land his power shots, and would take him out in the 11th round. And that's what happened. It's exactly what happened. Caleb Plant is good. He's really good. Much respect to him. Canelo is just better. Canelo is working on being an all-time great here. And yay, woo, she likes Canelo. Cinnamon. All right, so that was the boxing side of it. Undercard bouts, I don't know. I don't care. I don't think you do either. All right, so the UFC show. All right, Michael Chandler lost to Justin Gaethje. It was epic. One of the best fights in UFC in a long time. I gotta see that on a replay. But I thought Chandler was gonna take it. Gaethje got it. I think the judges skewed a little more towards Gaethje. They could have given Michael Chandler a little bit more credit, and they didn't. But them the breaks. All right, Rose Namajunas defeated Lee. All right, I'm not even gonna try to say her whole name, but defeated Lee again. This time, she kind of gave Lee the defeat that Lee said she needed. She didn't want a quick knockout. Wanted to actually be in there and compete with her and find out who the better one was over the course of the 5-round fight. And Rose proved she was better. So whether it's that quick knockout like in the first fight or the slower, decision through all the rounds, that's what she did. All right. So then we have Colby Covington versus Kamara Usman. All right. This one went the way most should have probably thought it was going to go. Kamara Usman got the win, and he's got your stuffed animal. The dog's got a dog over here. All right, so Kamara Usman, hey, it's a house. Kamara Usman defeats Colby Covington. I didn't think it was as decisive as the judges made it out to be. I think Colby deserves a lot of respect. I think he can work his way back into a third fight, and I'd be interested to see how that would go. We did have the same controversy, and they did part on good terms, so that's good. All right, so that's the UFC. I'll be anxious to see what all these guys do next. Where does Gaethje go from here? Does he get a title shot? Where does Kamara Usman go? Who's the next in the next contender to challenge him? And what happens to the ones who took the losses? Where does Chaos Covington go? Where does Michael Chandler go? What do they do now? Rose Namajunas, who's her next challenger? All right, so that's going to be interesting. Canelo, where's Canelo going? Is it going to be David Benavidez? Is it going to be one of the Charlo brothers? Which one? I don't know. Pretty much they're the same to me. Jamal, whatever. I mean, that was a terrible idea from her parents on that. So then we have football, all right? LSU goes down to Alabama. Put up a good fight, but they do go down. All right, I thought it was going to be a huge butt kicking. I didn't even want to waste time watching the game. So they put up a good fight. They look good. They look strong. They made it close, but Alabama did what Alabama does. All right, and Alabama took them out. All right. Today, speaking of taking them out, the Falcons took out the Saints. A lot of people didn't see that coming. That's terrible. How do you beat the Super Bowl champions and you got Trevor Siemian in there, and then you can't beat the Atlanta Falcons with the same Trevor Siemian in there? And that receiving core is just doo-doo. All right, they need to do something there. I don't know if it's Beckham or if they need to grab somebody off of waivers or something, but the receiving core with the Saints is horrible. I mean, everybody worries about the quarterback position, and that is something that should be worried about. But the receiver, just without Michael Thomas, his big mistake in the offseason, I don't know what the Saints are going to do here. I think the Saints are going to be lucky to make the playoffs. I think they are likely to make the playoffs right now, but you gotta beat Atlanta. You gotta outlast Atlanta and Carolina, because I think the rematch with Tampa in Tampa is gonna go differently. All right, you got an unhealthy Tampa and you got them in your own home. What's gonna happen if they get a little healthier and you go to their home? All right, so we'll see what the Super Bowl champs can do against the Saints in the next game. So the next meeting, I mean. What else? Okay, last NFL week was the week of the backup quarterbacks. This time it was the week of the upsets. The Broncos beat the Cowboys. Cowboys, everybody was finally starting to crown them as possibly the best team in the NFC, and then go down to the 4-4 Broncos. All right? Raiders and the Giants. Where are the Giants coming from? The Giants, just like back when they had Eli Manning and they would all of a sudden make a playoff run and win a Super Bowl, they come out of nowhere to beat the Raiders, who seemed kind of hot. Already mentioned the Falcons and the Saints. And then the Buffalo Bills go down to the Jacksonville Jags. Arguably the best team in the AFC, my Super Bowl favorite in the AFC, go down to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't even know how that happens. 9-6. I mean, held them to only 6 points. I mean, you couldn't even get a touchdown and an extra point in there? I mean, what the hell happened? All right. Our football season ended on a high note. We won our game 14-6. All right. We kicked some butt in there. She almost scored. She almost scored a couple 2-point conversions, touchdown, and just put some points on the board, but we couldn't have scored any points or done anything without her being at center. She had some good running back plays as well, so we're happy about that. Let's see. What else we got going on here? Our dog is nuts. WWE announced their Survivor Series teams. Yeah, I wish I could get excited about that. I think she's kind of faking excited about it.
Yeah.
But WWE had a lot of layoffs. I don't really want to get into that. Some of them were surprising. Karrion Kross will probably go back to being Killer Kross now, and Scarlett Boudreaux, his chick there. And then Keith Lee, he's gone. And numerous others that were a surprise. Nia Jax, not that we're going to miss her. And Amber Moon are kind of going to miss her, but she was on NXT, so we didn't see her that much anyway. But some of these cuts are kind of hard to imagine. I don't know if they're going to run to AEW or if I think the better move for them and for the wrestling business would be if some of them end up in Impact and maybe Ring of Honor when Ring of Honor, if and when Ring of Honor starts back next year, because Ring of Honor has released all their talents and they're going to close down for a while. Hopefully it's just a while. Hopefully they come back. I don't know. My old haunt, Spanish Moon, where I worked and went, they were supposed to close down for a little while. They're gone forever, right? Hopefully that doesn't happen at Ring of Honor, though. All right. Yeah, they're dead. They're dead. Delete. That's right. That's what Matt Hardy needs to start doing again. Make his character a little more interesting instead of a manager for these two guys that I don't even know what their gimmick is or what their name is.
All been deleted.
Right. All right. All right. So, well, that's pretty much it. You got anything to add?
That dog's the most craziest thing on earth.
A dog's crazy, all right? We just finished Halloween. We didn't get to do a Halloween podcast yet, but we might come back with some scary movies and kind of do a review of Halloween like we did Christmas last year and just tell you some of the Halloween movies that we found to be an interesting watch this year. So maybe we'll get to that next time, or maybe we won't. Maybe we'll forget. Maybe we'll get distracted with some other topic. I don't know. So that's it for Maverick and Dempsey's Rundown. Have a good night.